Okay, it is officially time for thoughts and opinions on Gotham Knights. Um, I wanted to wait until I actually beat the game, if that makes sense. I don't mean just beat the game. I mean I have 4 levels until I platinum it. Um, been a minute. I have all of the collectible stuff done. These took forever. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting game. I thought it was pretty good. Story could have been a little bit longer, honestly. Um, but I know they're planning on doing like some DLC things in the future. I would like to see. I know a lot of people want to see like new characters to play as, um, but I think the 4 nights that we have are pretty well rounded out. I really like the mechanic where you can just like join a friend, which my brother should be dropping in at some point. I don't know if he'll make it while I'm filming this video. We'll see. Um, I'm on the second playthrough of the game, because that's what you need to do to fully platinum it. Um, Red Hood was the character I mainly used for the first part. I didn't use him for the side mission, so I figured if I'm gonna go do it, might as well. Gosh, it's been a minute. I've been on COD, a lot of COD. Oh, and make that 3 levels until... I wanted to do some like actual gameplay of this, but I also didn't want to like have the longest playthrough in the world, if that makes sense. Like, I still could go back and do a playthrough. I know the biggest complaint a lot of people had was repetitive combat, but I think if you switch knights every so often, it's really not bad. I would say more like side missions for villains would be cool. That'd be a nice thing to see in the future.
I repeat, we need shoddy construction. Regulators have occupied Star Labs. Can anyone hear me?
Delvery, I got some regulators inside Star Labs. Building's locked down. But it looks like they've been doing maintenance without a permit.
Yeah, go ahead and replay. The goal is to hopefully get platinum while I'm recording. I really did like the character development for everyone too. If you haven't seen it, I know a lot of people have posted about just those videos alone. Each character has like these little side things they could do with like their special travel options. So like the mystical leap for Red Hood, like little challenges you can do. They have little story things. My favorite is probably the one. It's actually Nightwing's, where he messes with Red Hood and he's thrown like a building. But they're really cool. You get to see more about the characters. They don't seem as stale that way. If that makes sense. I also really like how like they interact with each other throughout missions. Especially if you're playing with somebody else. If you're running through with 2 people, and you can do like team up attacks and stuff. I think I didn't play with a friend until I beat the game. Like, I played solo the majority of the time, but then my brother's got the game. I've been playing with them, and it's been really cool doing that. Which again, hopefully I'll be able to have him in here for some of this and show that off. But it's really cool being able to see, like, you can do duo takedowns where you both attack the same target. Just cool little details like that. Really makes it feel like you're actually like with another knight. I don't like how you can play as the same knight though. I understand why it's a thing, but that's something I really don't like, just because it kind of breaks the like the immersion. When you're running through and you've got 2 Nightwings, especially when they release the 4-player mode, if you have 4 people all playing the same character, it's just not gonna feel
Don't even
right.
think about coming back.
What I meant to do. Where to store? Puzzles weren't too difficult. Honestly, more difficult puzzles would have been fine with me. Except for there's this one part where you kind of have to run through a death trap with the Court of Owls. That was a little bit annoying. I had to do it 3 times.
Security room.
Like with my friend and my brother, just I had to do it for them kind of. It is really cool though when you're doing it with another person. If you're able to run through it, it pulls the other person through, so you don't both have to make it through. And I can see like how that would annoy some people if you want to like be able to do it on your own. But if you're really getting frustrated and you have a buddy that can come help you, that's a nice thing about it. I know a lot of people were saying they didn't like how it seemed you had to play with another person. Like I said, my first playthrough, I really did that alone, so I feel like it plays great either way. We are gonna skip cinematics on this because
Freeze is here and he's all
like the 4th
cozy
time
with
I've
the
had to go through here.
regulators.
With Freeze involved, we should prepare for the worst.
I'm not drop down.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that.
It'd been better if I didn't miss my shot, but you know. Oh, it's already open. Crap. Forgot when you play through with other people and you open the chest.
Welcome to the Science and Technology Advanced Research Laboratories. Please check
I guess I could also work on the
facility. Visitors must display their
actual
badges at all
challenges
times.
too. So
Failure to do so may result in detainment.
Nothing but air. I won't be so nice next time.
I've gotten to the point where like punching these guys is kind of real quick. New Game Plus probably could have been a little bit more challenging. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like I'm still just smashing through people. Like I noticed that when I would join other people and they'd be like lower level, it'd be kind of easy to just knock through enemies. I know they said that it would scale when you're playing with other people, but I haven't really noticed that much when I play with people that are like a little bit higher level, not exactly like where I've been at, but like if they're like in the 20s range and up, it seems to be a little bit better at scaling. But if you're playing with somebody who's like level 10, it feels like you're smacking enemies that were level 1. Like,
Nice trail to follow.
it's pretty simple.
Try this.
I'm just gonna let that deal with those. They all have fear.
I was just getting started. Lights out.
It's just so brutal. It's so great. I definitely would say all of the knights are fun to play with too. Like, I've been doing Red Hood the most because I wanted to get guns where you can like, basically you can deal massive amount of critical damage when you aim in. I'll see if I can catch somebody with it. See if I can show what I mean. But that's really cool to me, just being able to like one-shot some of these bigger guys.
Whatever gets me closer to Freeze.
I would say A lot of people have been right. Batgirl plays a lot like Batman did in kind of the Arkham games and stuff.
Be sure to grab any.
Like that.
Okay.
It was almost 4,000 damage. But if you don't hit them dead on. It also allows you to... There will be a wave of enemies up here in a minute. I'll be able to show that. It also allows you to use one of the abilities he has and just kind of clear through waves of enemies. See, look at that. Almost 4,000 in that one shot. See if I can get to the waves of enemies. I would say Batgirl, definitely really stealthy, especially if you get the thing where cameras can't see you. That came in handy for like the missions where you have to cover up Bruce's identity. Just you don't have to worry about cameras, you just had to worry about people. But there's not a lot of people in those anyways. Things like this earlier, I walked into that one room and I didn't really care because I didn't want to go in stealthily anyways, but I got hit by a camera and that's what alerted everyone. The turrets ignore her, stuff like that. It's really cool to be able to just run through. Which Robin is another really good stealth option if for whatever reason you just don't like the playstyle of Batgirl. He has a lot of things that allow him to like full-on sprint and not be seen by enemies, which is nice. I can hit people. This, not that. Let me get in a way where I can see everyone. Okay, maybe not.
Hello, gorgeous. I bet you've got enough punch to tear through that door.
Nightwing's got that really acrobatic, flashy, get in your face and fight playstyle, which is, it's just classic Nightwing. Can't go wrong with that when you're trying to have fun. He's very good at keeping your allies alive too. I believe his special is called Nest, and it allows him to kind of like create a field that gives buffs and heals your allies and everything, as well as there's an upgrade for him where you can revive long range, which that did come in handy. Playing with a friend once, they just got stuck in an unfortunate situation, and I wasn't close enough to just like come pick them up. So being able to do that is nice. If you're doing it solo, Batgirl has a thing where she can heal herself the first time she goes down. That's pretty much it for being able to like bring yourself back up and keep going, but then sometimes, you know, like playing Red Hood, not many opportunities for you to go down. Because it just depends on how you want to play. Like, if you want to get up close and you're just not good at dodging, that's one thing. But if you want to play that like ranged play style, anybody will really let you do that. But not everyone's gonna get you damaged like that. Like, and I wanted to be able to play kind of both ranges. Robin does really good at range too. I'm just kind of rambling about random things, but you know, that's, I don't really think about what I was gonna say. Just figured I'd give my thoughts on some things. So up here, it also seemed like a lot less people than last time I did that, but
Yeah, deal with it.
and again, if anybody does want to watch me play through it, I'm willing to do another playthrough. There's no particular reason I didn't put a playthrough on here other than just finding collectibles. I wanted to be able to platinum the game without annoying everyone for how long it took me to get through it. Guess we'll go. So look. At this point, it's really just trying to do whatever I can to get those levels in. Actually, I'll go ahead and, well, hopefully not get hit by stupid things like that. I'll go ahead and switch it up, grab somebody new before I head over to that next mission area. That's where he went. Oh, Red Hood can also grab these guys. He's the only one that can. Robin has a pretty cool takedown you can do on him. He's the only one that can stealth take down the big dudes, which is interesting in itself because I feel like out of all people, like why Robin? Does that make sense? There is a red diamond. I've not seen that before. Is that just for completing it? I think so. Head back to the belfry. And I do like this too, where it shows you like what you did in the night. Which it doesn't have the section that says like how many crimes I really did, because I didn't run around the city doing crimes really. Go ahead and clear that out. Go ahead, do some mailing. I think I can start. Oh, new stuff. Cool. I did finish his ability tree. Nice. I don't know why it still gives you points when you've maxed everything out. I don't know if that means they're planning on adding new things when they add an update. Stop crimes. Okay, so I need to go. Cauldron, which is right outside. I'll do this just to do it, just to show how the fast travel thing is really cool. Being able to zip across real quick and go somewhere. But I don't like how you can't like angle yourself when you're in it. Like if I could point which way I was gonna go, it'd make it a lot easier to get where I'm trying to go. And I don't know if that made sense. Like you just kind of drop straight down. You don't get a choice which way you're facing. And for some people it's fine, because you can readjust where you're going. But if you're using like Batgirl and you try to go out of it into her glide, you kind of just end up gliding whichever way you're facing, and it's hard to correct yourself. So you kind of like have to lose where you kind of not lose momentum exactly, but you kind of have to like drop lower to fix trying to get to a certain point. Come on. See, like completely different with fighting. You gotta get up close. He does kind of. I'm gonna go into the cauldron and start looking for some crimes. He does kind of have a wider attack range. Like he kind of jumps to his opponent. Red Hood with his heavy attack, did it a couple of times where he kind of lunges outwards. That's about the same amount of range anybody else gets. Nightwing gets a little bit farther than that. It just depends on like where the crimes are at, or not where the crimes are at, where the criminals are compared to him. There's one over there. I do wish there was an easier way to scan crimes. Like when you get stuck in a situation where you kind of like fall down on somewhere, and then at that point you really have to run away to scan the crime, which is kind of annoying. It'd be nice if there was a way to see what your friend scanned. I don't know if that makes sense either, but you don't see, whenever your friends mark things on the map, you don't see it. That bugged me a bit. When you try to go places and do things, you kind of need to know where you're trying to go. I was going to that crime, but I guess I'll go do this first, because it's counting down. Oh gosh, that was unfortunate. He does have this really cool dodge train he can do, where he ends with like a... And I'm stuck in the... I hate those little mines they place sometimes. He does this chain of dodging, and then he kind of slams it and drops whatever elemental effect he has. It's usually just stun. I've really not put a lot of work into Nightwing. All of my friends wanted to play Nightwing, so I just kind of looked at him as like the least likely for me to play on the list. Not because I had anything against him. I didn't want to be joining them with the same character. That just, like I said, that fell off to me. Kind of ruined the immersion.
It's like they want to get hit.
He does have, not what I meant to do, but it works. He does have different elemental effects depending on what you put on his weapon. I really do like using the electricity, just because it seems very Nightwing on the sticks, especially when you can do that little thing where you throw out electricity and stun people. And he's very flippy in his fighting, like, not even just when dodging around, but like doing kicks, and he's very flashy in his fighting. Each character's version of fighting is very tailored to them. And he has an ability to like hop onto people, which is just same thing. You can kind of chain it off of 3 people, I think. Just him. Cool.
That's it?
See, like, I didn't even look at the bonuses. Mark enemies was on there. So that one with the question mark right there is the one that can be interrogated. Sometimes they'll just kind of get in your way and unfortunately be the one that gets smacked to death. Even if you try to avoid them, accidents happen. It is what it is. Interrogating people will give you more of the like challenges that I just did, or like premeditated crimes. Give you more of those. Those help with certain things. They help level up, first of all, because they're a bigger crime. They help you find certain type of bad guys that'll give you special gear too. That's where all my legendary gear came from. I forgot I have to get him pretty low. There we go. Interrogate.
Fill it, pal.
They'll have different ways they interrogate people too. I think, which one? Batgirl. I think Batgirl is very ironic to me, I would say, because she had that accident where, I mean, not really an accident, it was kind of on purpose, where she had her back broken from Joker shooting her in the spine, and her thing that she does is she, like, puts her knee on somebody's back, and she pulls your arms back, and just knowing that, like, if she pulled any more, she would snap their spine, it's kind of ironic to me that it's like, that's what she chooses to do, even with what happened to her. I don't know if that's why they decided that'd be what she did, but just thought it was interesting. See, like, right there, with that takedown, if I was Robin, they probably wouldn't have noticed. Like, it was pretty loud, but they seem to not notice when Robin does stuff. Just depending on how you do a skill tree. That's another level. 2 more to go.
Got something for you.
Gotta get this guy too.
Give me a hint. Here's what I know. Appreciate the tip.
His looks a little weird. Jason's can too sometimes, Red Hood. Just because they kind of like put their weapon on their face, but the way it's designed, it's not like the weapon is around their neck, it's like their hand is, and then the weapon is just kind of there. If you didn't notice it, I'll do one over here too, unless I can't, but we'll see. I just need the one guy. There it is. I also hate how you can't, like, jump on the buildings. To open your traversal, you have to, like, actually drop off the side. That's a little bit annoying too. Not always. Most of the times, it doesn't cause any issues, but when you start trying to do traversal challenges and stuff, it can make for some pretty annoying things. Okay, you're gonna bug me.
That's another one down.
See, he kind of wraps his, he like puts his fist on his neck and the weapon.
Thanks.
There's 2 more over here, I think. Oh, it's the GCPD. Okay. Cool, and we can continue the Mr. Freeze thing. Suits. I also don't like this. There's no way to organize the mod chips, really. So all of the new ones I'm getting are all at the top, taking over these legendary ones. So it's hard to see what I actually have that's like good to use. Not that the other ones like there's really a punishment for using the other ones. They're not any worse because they are high level. But it would be nice to be able to like organize them, keep better track of them in terms of like legendary or level, so you'll know you're getting the best out of what you're using. And like if you have to quick swap mods for something, like if you get new stuff and you're trying to add mods to it, you don't have to go searching for the ones that you want.
Approach. If you're spotted, any files you plant will be suspect.
I'm on it. So this is basically already done.
Gotta go up and around. gosh. How do you get in here?
Huh? You better keep
Oh.
us safe, Nightwing.
I think I remember.
Oh, it's you.
It is over on the other side. I think there's a vent in the wall. I'm not like in the wall, but there we go. See, this is what I meant with Batgirl. When I did this the first time, I don't have to worry about that camera. I just kind of slid through here. And here's where not being able to jump kind of screws you over some. Worked out that time. Come on. There we go.
Managed to get the files in without being seen.
Remarkable.
Then should be able to go straight up. But yeah, the cameras don't give a crap about her, so first time I went through there, I just walked the whole way. Actually, second time, first time I did step on those floor panels, didn't know those were motion sensors at the time, which actually helped me out in a later level, because I really could have caused some issues. I do wish the traversal options had a little bit more speed. It's kind of slow just gliding through, especially compared to get on the bat cycle. At least it feels like you're moving a lot faster. However, it is not very ideal for trying to do things when you're with other people because of how loud it is. That is one thing I definitely have to say about the bat cycle. I wish it could be a little bit quieter when you're trying to talk. Like if they just simply if they made it where you're playing with somebody else and it doesn't make as much noise, like go with that full immersion when you're playing by yourself. But when you're trying to decide where you're going and you can't even mark where other people can see, you have to like try and
Nightwing
think.
recognized.
It's a little bit confusing. Come on, let me up. There you go.
Identity verified. Location of
I know I
cache
can do
added to
these
AR
again, and I
device.
should get some pretty cool things now, hopefully.
Hey, Alfred. There was this sort of safety deposit box for Batman out in the city.
Of course, it's still less than what I have on. That's
I
fine.
was storing some pretty useful stuff.
You know, Master Bruce was fond of having a backup plan. The supplies in those compartments often saved him a long trip back to the Batcave. I expect if you look hard enough, you'll find similar caches across Gotham.
Awesome. I'll be on the lookout for more then.
Oh,
Stop!
I should have done this myself. We'd be done
that
by
was
now.
GCPD at first.
Gotham doesn't want you.
I forgot. He has speed. Still trying to figure out what some of their abilities are. Like I said, I haven't played much of him. I obviously, as you can see from the bottom, I did go through and do all of the stuff for his skills. I did that for all of them, just for the simple reason of when I want to play with them, I want to be able to play them to their fullest, like, their fullest they have to give. I can't think of the word I was thinking of. Somebody probably knows what I meant. Okay, trying to see if my brother is gonna join soon. It'd be really cool to be able to
What the hell?
show what it looks like when you get dropped in on. I really do like his silent takedown though. It is very, like either way, it's very silent. Sounds stupid. I mean, it's silent takedown, of course it should be. But some of them are not that quiet. Red Hood, Batgirl. Thought I dodged, but okay. Robin's takedowns are, again, surprisingly loud for being so stealthy. They really just do not care. Maybe I don't see Robin as a threat. Maybe that's it. I don't realize until it's too late. Oh crap, he's gonna kill me. Make that nice and quick.
So you...
Yep, time to find the bugs. There's one right there, I can see it.
I had that touched up recently. Sadly, my usual guy wasn't available.
I don't understand certain things like that where like you can
I
see
never
clear
liked
as
that
day
game.
where the bug is,
Clashes
but
with
yet
the
you
rest of
still
the
gotta
decor.
scan it
I'm not even
and then
sure
pick
where
it
it's
up.
from.
Like, I don't know what their goal was with that. I think the last one's just
Illumination
lamp.
is important.
Yeah.
Especially at my age. My eyes aren't what they used to be. So you really are ready to play in the big leagues. I should drink to
Like
that.
there's a part with
Bring over that
Harley's
bottle of whiskey.
thing, you have to scan a filing cabinet to open it. I thought that was really stupid, honestly. It should have been able to just interact with it like that. Like for example, it would be like if I had to scan that bottle to pick it
Gotham's
up
elite
instead of
keep
just
getting
picking
a
it up.
pass on Blackgate. But not you. Belfry, you catch that?
Penguin's feeling oddly helpful. That or he's just trying to set you up.
Probably. But that doesn't mean he's lying. He seems to really believe in the Court of Owls.
Fair enough. I'll dig up whatever I can on the...
Hey there, it's Belfry. Any chance you could check up on Alfred? He went out a while ago and I haven't heard from him.
That's happening a lot lately. Maybe he's on a date.
Yeah, we can go check on
He
Alfred
said he
before
was
going
meeting
back.
Jacob Kane again. He insisted on walking.
What is
It's
the
dangerous
what's
at
the
night.
type?
You shouldn't take chances like that.
You know Alfred. Do me a favor and check up on him, will you?
Way ahead of you.
I also think it's weird. It's not something that like it's to the point where it bugs me, but like this, I have full control over where I want to go with Nightwing's glider. You don't get that with some of them. Red Hood's Mystic Leap ability, you get some control over where he's going, but you do drop over time, so you do slowly lower as you go. Robin's is full control. You can go up, you can go down, left, right, wherever you feel like. Problem with his is it takes forever. I think you should be able to move a little bit faster, even if they have to tick down the 7 seconds to something smaller. Shorter time, faster movement, I think would be beneficial for him. It just kind of slows the pace if you're trying to do something. However, if you're using it in a combat sense, it works pretty well. There's only certain situations where you can use his traversal for combat, though. You can kind of blink above enemies and then do a takedown and then just kind of teleport away again, which is really cool for him. Batgirl really got the short end of the stick. She glides like Batman. It's a fun way to get around, except for you can't do something like this because I would end up in that water. She just kind of drops. And if I do, I can't go back up. She does have a little control over it. I'm not going to say it's fully impossible to move her. You can kind of, she has like a dive mechanic with it. You can kind of dive down and then pull back up when you open the cloak again. That does allow you to kind of travel some. Huh. I didn't know you could come over here and beat up his guard. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that was one of Kane's men. Oh well.
Found you, old boy.
That should give me some XP. Should skip it. Yep. And again, if I did end up doing a playthrough,
According to the poem, they're a secret society that pulls the strings of Gotham from the shadows. And they've been around as long as the city itself.
Okay, but how does that line up with what Penguin said?
If the legend is true, and the court is as powerful as the stories claim,
don't
there's
know
a
who
good
that
chance
was.
they're orchestrating the releases from Blackgate. Which
I would have
mean
left
they've been
him,
getting
but
away with murder for
my brother should be joining,
centuries.
so gotta
I
make some
hear you.
room.
Fingers crossed we'll learn more at the Powers Club.
You also can't. Let me get over to this building. You can't fast travel somewhere if you're not on a flat surface.
Belfry, I'm at the Powers Club.
Little annoying.
It's something.
So like if I go
Mansion's been
here,
around for over 100 years.
and then if I go,
That many renos.
like I'm gonna try and fast travel, it says can't fast travel while hanging or in the air.
So we're going in blind. Fantastic.
That part doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because sometimes you like go up to a building like this and you'll be holding the menu as you go up, and when you get to the top you just kind of realize you're like, oh crap, now I gotta go back just to go where I was trying to.
Avoid the Powers Club.
Bruce Wayne's ward
It's not a major issue, just be a nice thing to change. Oh, this is first place you see Court Owls, I believe. I think this is the only puzzle that took me a minute. Not this first part where you just kind of
I'm in.
run through and open things up,
Awesome.
but
Let us know when you find something.
They have a few guards.
yeah. You can kind of chain his jump back and forth.
All right. Now I can rummage in peace.
Not too much peace. Gotta go up. Somewhere. Oh.
AR shows a trail of blood. I wonder what else it can see. There's something under the floor.
Gotta
The
find all
hatch is
pieces
connected to some
first.
kind of network. There's got to be a way to open it.
Ow, I should be able to go up. There we go.
This place gives me the creeps.
Tell me about it.
You're not leaving here alive!
If I would have paid attention to the remain undetected, I probably could have. Let me use the speed. One more level. Platinum trophy.
A bit on the nose, as it were. And done.
I can't remember if I can go this way or if I have to go all the way around. Can't go in there, can't go in there. Yep, gotta go back up. And it's gonna be right over here in the book.
Guess I gotta read between the lines.
They also have different little things they do when you find a piano. I think there's a piano in every level. I'm not sure what that's about. But I think every level has a piano. Like, story-wise at least. I don't know about the side mission ones. Like, I don't think there's one in Star Labs, because why and where?
A hidden staircase. That can't be good.
Actually... Just wanted to stop for a moment, see
Belfry.
somebody
I found
was
some
gonna
hidden
be
stairs.
joining soon.
Going down. Belfry. Nothing. That's not great. Enable logging mode. Send as soon as you can. That's strange. The blood leads directly to the wall.
Yes, it does.
Not seeing a way out. But there's always a way out.
Like that. Why couldn't I just hit
That did
activate?
something.
Let's see if I remember this.
The Court of Owls is watching from inside of Gotham's walls.
This way?
Wonder how deep this goes.
He has to face the other way.
But no one talks about them. Not a whispered word is said. Or if you try to cross them, then a cannon strikes you dead.
Come on. all in the gears, right? I think the legs are backwards, possibly. Oh. Torso? There we go. Don't know why that worked.
Shit, what's he doing here?
See, you so much range with his melee attacks.
Belfry, whenever you hear this, Penguin was telling the truth. The Court of Owls, they're real.
Wonder how deep this goes. I guess the only way forward is through.
I know it wants you to be silent here, but like...
Nightwing spotted!
I'm not trying to take up too much time clearing this. I'd like to see the plat pop off before I reach an hour.
This might hurt.
Those area of denial abilities, so useful.
How much blood did this guy lose?
And this part right up here, this is the part where I know it's gonna take me
Must be
the
the owner
longest.
of all that blood.
Go ahead and skip that.
No one deserves that.
This is that death run I was
Not
talking about.
good.
Each one of these platforms is like a saving point. Oh god. Yep. You get hit and that's it. As you saw, I did it at the beginning. Sometimes you make it through that fire. Sometimes that happens. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stuff was gonna get hit with the blade.
They didn't make this easy.
No, they did not. Not in the slightest. And then right here, like, you just... It's not terrible. Well, you saw I got hit, what, twice? But like, if you don't know how to
Those are human bones.
do things like that,
This is not good.
I think trying to do it with my friend took maybe 10, 15 tries for us to get through it. And I was trying to rush it. That's kind of on me. If I would have taken my time a little bit more, well, as much as you can. But I was just trying to see how fast I could get through there. You really do have to be a little bit slower. It makes it seem like it's like a quick, fast movement, but it's really... It's not too bad.
So many victims.
That
This is a mass
first puzzle with turning the owl, that was definitely the hardest puzzle in the game.
This could be a way out.
and you just kind of randomly turn things, and eventually it just seems to open. Nothing too major going on, yet that's still the easiest one. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up right there.
Glad to have you back online. What happened?
I'm going to
You
do another
all right?
short video. Just want to be able to show
I think I'm okay.
getting platinum on here.
What happened is
It was
kind of a
something,
bottle of
when I went
wine
into the game, I was like, I really want to be able to do
Stop
that.
when I get back.
Just
Copy that. See you
because, I don't know, figured it'd be a nice little challenge. Actually, we'll go ahead and head into the Belfry. Also, if you're playing this game and you didn't know, there is a secret little door up here to get in. You don't have to go in through the basement every time, which is another thing I think is cool. If you're trying to stay in the air, you don't have to drop back down just to go inside, or have to use the fast travel. You can just go in through the top as well. Let's see if this gives me the XP
Got new intel for the evidence
that I
board.
need. It does not. Yes, it does. Is that all? Like this. Perfect example. Didn't know I had this sitting here. These little clips.
Morning, Alfred.
Richard? You know more than anyone that being a leader has a cost. You needn't shoulder it all alone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, at times, you can be much like Bruce.
I'm nothing like him.
Of course not. So, unlike him, you would never push through an injury.
I'm fine. See? I'm good.
See, it's just moments like these, especially with Alfred, they bring some humanity to the characters.
Is a sign of a good leader.
And it does a really good job of showing like how they're dealing with Batman too. Not as much that one. He talked about Bruce a little bit, but yeah, so all together I'd say it's been a pretty cool game. See you guys.